Farming is one of the oldest professions in Minnesota, with generations of families embedded in the land. But that can make it hard for newcomers, especially immigrant farmers, to establish roots of their own. We had the chance to visit a unique plot northeast of the Twin Cities where people grow their farming dreams like a seed to harvest.
We have herbs, cucumbers, and then tomatillos.
2 acres of land.
Ground cherries, tomatoes, peppers.
And almost too many crops to count.
Snap peas, corn, squashes.
Variety fills the field, affectionately named Mom's Garden, an ode to Zua Lee, back there in the hat, who has passed down her passion of farming to her daughter, Dee Tao.
I've basically farmed all my life because she has farmed all her life as well, too, since she was a little girl in Laos.
That typically was on smaller plots scattered across the Twin Cities, growing food for their family and sharing the rest.
This is fresh cucumber.
This is freshly picked. And there's always just a surplus of, produce. And so that's why we decided to bring it commercial to share it with our community as well, too.
Mom's Farm is located on Big River Farms, 60 acres of land tucked into the woods in Washington County. The program, put on by the nonprofit The Food Group, teaches the basics of organic farming while giving students access to land, equipment, and knowledge they might not be able to find, let alone afford.
It can cost $3,000 to $4,000 for a farmer to start without this type of support.
Kazua Berry is the farm director.
We have farmers who range from never growing food before, like they might have houseplants, or they might dream of growing food, or they might go to the market and they're like, I want to know how that's grown, and they grow.
It starts with the 3-year grower training program. Prospective farmers get 1/8 of an acre of land, access to classes, and all the infrastructure, tools, and machinery needed to run their farm. Starting cost is $350 per year. Once grower training is complete, they can apply for the incubator program. Basically, growers start running their own farming business from Big River Farms.
We want them to feel successful, supported, and feel like they are able to be independent in that. Because when you feel independent and you feel like you can be autonomous, there's dignity in that.
Regardless of how far along growers are in the programs, all can make money from their crops. Many sell at farmers markets or to food shelves, like the Wellstone Center Food Market at the Neighborhood House in St. Paul.
The bulk of our food, I'd say 90%, comes from 2 different food banks, so one of which is the Food Group. And I will say that the produce we get from them is unparalleled to some of the other produce we get.
While the quality of the produce is appreciated, so too is knowing who in particular is growing it.
The importance of local, sustainable, organic produce is really important to us. I know at Big River Farms they invest in BIPOC farmers, emerging farmers, and it's really a community-supporting community.
Immigrants, BIPOC, women, and others underrepresented in the farming community are the people that Big River Farms tries to help with its programs.
Would you say you grew up on this farm in a way?
Yeah, I felt like it because we were here every year.
Mongpa Lee's family was one of the originals at Big River Farms. They spent 14 years on the property, setting roots beyond their crops.
And so if you see these fencing, this is what my dad put in when we started.
Today, she and her mother run Mongpa's Garden, the first Hmong-owned certified organic farm in the state. They grow over 70 varieties of produce, selling at farmers markets to food shelves and beyond. A thriving business nurtured from just an idea here.
The program was definitely a stepping stone for us, and I think that you had to take that jump. And if there was not Big River Farms, I don't think that there's really any other opportunity.
Not all success stories will look like Lee's. Barry says some growers simply want to feed their families, make some cash on the side, and connect with the land. A chance to grow their dream however they want.
The farmers that we work with are some of the most resilient people, for sure.
Big River Farms will soon accept applications for the 2025 Grower Training Program. Information can be found on their website, thefoodgroupmn.org. And these families, they have a passion for growing, but if you come to the United States, how do you just find land? in a country where it's passed down from family to family often.
Sure, it makes it accessible, right, for people who don't have that in their family. So anyone can do this? Anyone can apply, or are there prerequisites for people to do this?
They're targeting certain types of groups of people, again, specifically immigrants. The people who lack that immediate access, they want them to kind of have this training, this opportunity to start their dream. And as I said in the end, it doesn't have to be, I want to have 10 acres and a massive business. It's, I just want to learn to be a farmer and maybe even just have an acre or two right here on the property. They can do that as well.
Yeah, as well.
Indeed.
That was really cool to see them bring that to fruition.